Hey, how's it going, guys? This is Marian here. Welcome to yet another tutorial on Office 365. And in this video, we're going to see about the Office 365 Compliance Center. And this is one of the hottest topics in the market at the moment. So, how do you access the Compliance Center? So, you just have to go to the Office 365 portal. All right, and to the bottom left corner you see something called show all. When you click on it, you see a bunch of options under admin centers, and click security, and when you click security, you'll land up on the security and compliance center. All right, and if you happen to Google Office 365 plus compliance plus Office 365 or compliance and security, it takes you to the document docs.microsoft.com, and the very first link is security and compliance center. So I would encourage you to go over this, as this is pretty useful. It's got a lot of things, and when you click on the PDF, you will get to know which subscription has which option, I mean like which feature, and you'll have to just zoom in order to get an overview. Alright, so for instance, if I happen to choose the Office 365 E1, I've got only few options here. Okay, and if I choose E5, Microsoft 365 E5, I've got all the features, and you can go over this. Just wanted to let you know about that. However, let's get back to it. Okay, so this is the Office 365 compliance and security and compliance homepage, and you've got two options here, Microsoft 365 Security Center and Microsoft 365 Compliance Center. Okay, two of these things are over here. So these also contain the same features. Like, this is a new window. Okay, but let's stick on to the old one. It's got the same options though. Okay, I'm gonna close the unwanted screens. So back to the home page. So the home page contains a lot of widgets which helps the administrator to click on the frequently used applications. So all you got to do is click on customize and add widgets. So when you click on add a widget, you can choose any widget from the list. So let me choose online archive mailbox. So when I click on it, I see a green check on it, and then I click on add, it gets added, and I say okay to it. So when I scroll down to the very bottom, I should see it somewhere over here. Okay, here you go, online archive mailbox. So you can move it somewhere over here, and you can customize it as you wish. Okay, and if you don't like it, you can click on close, X out of it, and then hit save, and that's the way you do it. So okay, so let's go to alerts, the second tab, and in this video I'm gonna go over home, which I did, and alerts, and all of these options in this, and then permission. Okay, since I'm gonna go a little in depth, I'm gonna go step by step, and I wouldn't be able to cover the entirety on a single video, so that will be a series. Probably in the following videos I will cover the rest. So let me click on dashboard for the alerts. Okay, so what is an alert? So you've got alert policies, right? So when you search for alert policies in the security and compliance center, you come up to this. So alerts, a bunch of alerts put together is an alert policy. So you configure the alerts in such a way that it becomes a policy, and when the user does some activity, and when that activity fulfills the requirements of an alert activity. An alert policy has the alert activity, right? So the alert gets triggered, and then the actions for that triggered alerts take place. So to put it very simple, the administrator performs a task of creating and configuring and turning on alert policies. Okay, that's step one. And step two, activities performed by users. So user does some activity and that matches the condition of the alert policy created in step one. And then in step three, Office 365 generates an alert and sends email notifications. Okay, and it displays the alerts in the security and compliance center, and then you can manage the same in the security and compliance center. So this is similar to an alert policy set for the admin rights. Okay, say a user, the global administrator provides an admin right to another user. This fulfills the policy created in step 1, and in step 3 what happens is Office 365 triggers an alert, and that email notification with the alert is sent to the respective users or probably whoever set up on that policy, and that gets displayed in turn on the manage alerts in security and compliance center. I'll show you that in a minute. Okay, so alert dashboard. Okay, so we've got alert trends, activity, active alerts by severity, recent alerts, alert policies, and other alerts. Let me quickly go through this. So alert trends, so you can see the trend for the past 15 or 12 days. Okay, so when you hover over one particular day, it shows you it's Thursday, June 18th, 2020, and the total number of alerts is 0. Data loss prevention 0, threat management 0, information governance 0, permission 0, others 0. So if you hover over the 26th or probably the 30th, okay, so you've got a total of 1 alert. And what is that alert for? It's for the permissions, and that's against the permissions 1. Okay, so it can also tell you the number of alerts that has been triggered. Okay, on the July the 1st, we've got 2, and that's why it's matched here, number of alerts, and the 2 are for the permissions. So alert trends can be viewed in this way, and you can pin it to the home page like I showed you in the step 1. And when you get back to the home page, you can see the alert trend. Okay, so yeah, so that's pretty interesting, right? So you go to the dashboard again, and when you go to the dashboard, you can see active alerts by severity. So we've got data loss, threat management, information governance, permission, and others. And when you hover over one of these, which is permissions, you've got 3 alerts with a low severity, so that's why you get a blue bar, and when you have a high severity you get a red bar. So I don't have any high or medium, so that's why I see blue bars here. And threat management 1. So this is active alerts by severity. And recent alerts, yes, you have the severity, alert policy, category, time, and activities. And if you, for instance, if you see the first one, it's elevation of exchange admin privilege. So I've given admin privileges to one of the users. So this alert has been triggered with a low severity, and the category in which it's been triggered is permissions, and gives you the timestamp and the count of activity. Alert policies, you can create a new alert policy, and it's going to go to the alert policy tab, and you give it a name and create alert settings and all these things. We'll see it in a minute. I'm going to say yes to cancel. And other alerts, activity alerts, this is a deprecated feature. So when you click on activity alerts, it's going to go here and it's going to ask you to go to the alert policy. So you've got something called Office 365 user voice, so wherein you come and you check whether a particular feature is deprecated or if an ID has been provided. So these are for the users. It's for us to provide feedback to Microsoft so that they take it into account and they come up with a better solution on the upcoming features, and even the Microsoft people respond to this. So one such thing is this activity alerts. It's deprecating, but new alert policies do not have all categories such as password reset alerts, and it's coming up. I doubt this. I think this is up and already functioning, and this is shared on 2018 May 25th. So a lot has happened after that. Okay, but however, you can take a look at this through this way. I'm gonna go back here and go back to dashboard, and it's got other alerts such as restricted users, manage advanced alerts, which is over here. Okay, and it contains cloud app security. We'll cover that right away. Okay, so I'm gonna go to view alerts, the second tab, and it's refreshing. It's here. So you can view the alerts which has been triggered already with the active status, and when you check this, it's gonna show you if it's resolved or suppressed or notified. So this is active, status is active, severity is low, timestamp, activity, for which activity it's been fired. It's got an activity count, how many times it's won, and the detail is here, why this alert has been triggered. View activity list, and you click on it, it's going to show you for what activity, update role group. Okay, and I did an update role group activity, and this alert has been fired for this user. And where did I do it? I did it in the compliance management. It gives you the IP address as well, so that's pretty simple. You can export this and you can notify users, a whole lot of options. Status is active, like I told you, I did not resolve it yet. Comments, new alert. Okay, alert policy, elevation of exchange admin, we saw this here already. Notification sent to tenants, and you can click on view policy, and you can change this as well, but I rather not. I'm gonna click on close and close again. And another beautiful thing which view alerts can do is you can export it, obviously. Otherwise, when you've got a lot of alerts here, a lot of options, you can click on filter and filter it based on these headings. Okay, so I'm going to filter it with status. I'm going to uncheck all these, and I'm going to check resolve. I want to see how many activity alerts are resolved, how many alerts are resolved, and it's one. Same way, you can filter it with severity. I'm going to check how many low sev alerts are present with resolve. That's one. And if I do active, it's going to come up as a total of 3. So you get the point, right? So you can filter it and you can produce results. This is a big thing, okay, for admins who would like to see how many are under which status and all these things. So that's pretty cool. So let me go to the third option, which is alert policies. Okay, so if you want to learn more, you can click on this document, that is this one which I already have open. Okay, so it's got all the features here and wouldn't take too long. I would recommend you to read this. Okay, so if you want to go over the threat intelligence, advanced compliance, you can click on this option for learn more. And looking for activity alerts, yeah, you can click on this. All right, so it's going to take you there. But however, let's get into creating a new alert. So you've got predefined alerts, and the type is system. So if it's tagged under system, it means that the system has already created it, and these are the alerts which I created myself. I'm going to help you create a new alert. Okay, I'm going to create a new alert policy by clicking on plus, and I name it test alert policy. I give it a description, and what is the severity? Give a high severity category. Let's do it for permissions. It's an easier one, right? So I click next. So you've given a name and you've given a severity on which it has to be tagged, and what is the what do you want to alert on. So when you click on activity, yes, so you did select permissions, right? So that's why it's come up with this. um, you can choose anyone, so I would choose phishing mail detected at time of delivery, and mail is not zapped. So zapped is another feature on your Exchange Online mailbox, or probably the Exchange mailbox. It's actually a 0 hour order purge function. So it helps you detect the malware and the phishing emails, and the signature gets updated very frequently, and it checks it. But this is a cool feature you might want to check. Okay, so let me take you there real quick. So what happens is this the transport rules take precedence over this, and if that's not there, the 0 hour production purge, what it does is that it finds out the spam and malware emails, the infected emails, and it automatically quarantines it. Okay, so this is pretty cool. Malware zap, fish zap, a lot of things are there, spam zap. And if you want to check which emails are zapped, you can go to Threat Production Center, like status report, or probably Threat Explorer, and you can find out how or which email has been zapped. And this is a very important topic in terms of protection. Okay, so yeah, probably I'll cover it in a separate video, and let me not deviate too much. So mail is not zapped, okay, and the activity is Office 365 detected phishing in an email, and let's put it inbound, and you can add any conditions, and if the subject is like free, okay, and then you can add another condition, but I don't want to do too much. I just want to show you what are the options you can find in the new alert policy. So I'm going to click on next, and email recipient, okay, that's my test account, which is a global admin account. You can set limits. I don't want to set limits, but still, yep. Click next, and here's your review. So you've got a name, description, severity, category, and filter. So activity is phishing email if a phishing emails exist, and if it's not zapped, and if it's inbound with the subject free, what it's gonna do, it's gonna trigger the alert. Trigger an alert when an activity matches your condition. This is the condition. Scope is for all users. Okay, it's gonna go for all users, gonna apply for all users. Recipients, you're gonna be the recipient and you're gonna get the alert. And above 5 alerts, it's going to reject, and that's why we say do not set limits, right? And do you want to turn on the policy right away? Yes, and I click on finish, and there you go. This is a simple procedure on creating an alert. Okay, and yep, you can still edit it by clicking on this. All right, and you can go to settings, can do all over again, you can close it, say yes. Okay, and still you can filter alert policies based on status, and what is switched on, what is switched off. I don't think anything is off, and switched on, a lot of things are here. And with category, with severity, so what are the alert policies with severity high? So these are the alert policies with severity high, right? So that's another thing. And I'm gonna clear this. All right, so let me refresh this one more time. So it's pretty interesting if you go in depth. Each and every option, it's very self-explanatory. Okay, and the reason why I refreshed is I didn't find my alert policy, so I refreshed it and it came up. Okay, so this is the one which we just created, and you can edit and you can delete, you can do whatnot. So I'm gonna close this. Close. Okay. All right, and click on one of the system generated policies. You can still edit policy. You can email the recipients or change the recipients to whom it is being emailed, and yep. So that's the third option under alerts, and the fourth one is manage advanced alerts. So this is free with E5, the cloud app security. Okay, I think I closed the PDF, otherwise I would have showed you the a feature which exists under E5. So this comes under E5, and what is this? So this is basically an advanced alert system which is being which is developed using machine language, uh, machine learning algorithms, and a lot of new technology. Okay, so you can actually control the external apps or the third party apps which is connected to your Office 365 application, and you can find out how many users are using the external applications, and how much of data has been downloaded and what time it's been done and what is the IP address. You can drill down so much on a granular level. So this is you've got a ton of features under the cloud app security, and you can again go to the document, Microsoft document, and read through. Got a lot of things, and pretty much explains how the cloud apps are protected, and how the API has been connected to your cloud app security. You've got the app connector, cloud discovery. You discover how many applications are connected to your Office 365 apps and what is the traffic. You can play with a lot of logs and all these things. So I'll show you that in a minute. Okay, although I don't have a Barracuda or some kind of uh, uh, like a filtering service with this, as this is a test account. I will show you a few details through the screenshot and through the other features in that. Okay, so this is the general dashboard. It shows you the alerts, and it's got 435 open alerts, and it shows you resolved, dismissed, open. I hope you can see this. And then it's got discovered apps, how many apps have been discovered, cloud storage, marketing, blah, and so on and so forth. Okay, and it shows you the risk level as well, and how many users needs to be investigated, what are the connected apps. You can well find out if a user has connected to the Instagram, or WhatsApp or whatever it is. Okay, all third-party apps, and recommendations and OAuth apps, and how many are infected, all these things, and you can export it and you can produce it to your management. It's a pretty cool thing. Okay, so let's get into it. I'm gonna click on it. So it's portal.cloudappsecurity.com. So that's the URL. Sorry, it's taking a minute. I'm gonna close this. Okay, so there you go. So you can create a new report, and it enables you to find out the activities performed over shadow IT. Like shadow IT is any kind of activity which does not come under the organization's rules or permissions. Okay, so anything which is uh, in the dark, that can be found out, and you can analyze cloud app usage. You can dig deep and find out which IP address or user is getting connected to which app. A lot of things. So we just saw the sample report, right? Okay, um, it's a better view. got apps, users, IPs, traffic, all these things, and you can see discovered apps. Okay, I need to close. Okay, and create a new report. So when you click on create a new report, it's going to ask you for the report name, description, data source, like I told you, Barracuda firewall, Blue Coat, or Cisco. I don't have any. I don't have uh, a data source at the moment, so I can't connect and show that to you, probably a different time. And you can upload the logs, and when you click on create, it's going to pass and it's going to show you a sample report similar to this. Analysis takes up to 24 hours and you can track status, so it's pretty cool. So you can click on this, or probably you can hover, it's all the same. All right, so when you click on cloud and go to cloud discovery dashboard, it's going to take you here. I'm guessing all of these are going to take you to the same place. Okay, and discover resources, IP addresses, users, everything. All you need to do is configure automatic upload, or probably get into it with the help of the data source or log collectors. So you can add data sources here, and that way your data will be passed and you can analyze things. Okay, so let's go to cloud app catalog. So it's got a bunch of applications, and you can provide a risk score, and you can um, sanction or unsanction an application for your organization. Okay, so Instagram is one such application, a social networking application. It's got a score of 10, which means it's not very risky, it's pretty good. Okay, you can also provide a score. You can click on 7. It might take an hour for the score to be updated, and then you can click save. You can give scores for that. Okay, and you can unsanction the application and say not to use it. Okay, and you can request for score update, and that will be a global score. Okay, you can add notes, and that way this will be gauged. All right, and got browsing categories like social media. You've got a lot of things like health reports, security, a ton of options here, and you can see the score for the same 4, 3, all these things, and you can unsanction it or sanction it. Okay, and these are the filtering methods which you have. All right, so a lot of things are here. Browse by category, so many things. Okay, this is a basic way. Apps matching all of the following. Okay, risk code, apps matching this code, and only applications matching this code will come up. So you can filter the catalog using these things, and click on new policy from search. You can create a new policy. I think I want to show you that from a different thing called policies under controls, but before that, let's go to the last option, create snapshot. It's the same kind of snapshot which we saw in the first one. Okay, so let's go to policies, and these are the two policies which I created a while ago, and you can create a policy the same way. Click on create policy, and you can choose a template. Okay, a pre-existing template, the new sales app. This will override all existing values in this policy. Apply template. Severity is high, and alert on newly discovered sales apps that are used by more than 50 users with a total daily usage of more than 50 MB. Let's put it 500 MB. Okay, so apply matches for all categories equals sales. Okay, this is the thing. And then apps matching all of the following, and then apply to continuous reports. and then trigger a policy if it matches daily traffic is 500. That's what we said there, right? Number of users 50. Okay, so and you can create an alert. Okay, so this basically means daily traffic should not be greater than 500 MB and number of users must not be greater than 50. So if it breaches this, if it crosses this, an alert is going to be triggered, and create an alert for each matching event with the policy severity. It's a high severity new sales app. Okay, so you can send an alert, and it's not taking my email address for some reason. Let me type that in. Alright, and it should drop down automatically, right? But anyway, send an alert as a text message. You can punch in the number, phone number. I'm not gonna do it. Tag governance action. So when it breaches, what do you want to do? Tag app as unsanctioned, unsanction it, and then create. So this is a policy template, and the third one is going to come up. All right, and that is this. We just created one, and you can filter policies based on the severity, and if it's too high, like high severity, it's gonna come up. Low severity, I don't think I created one with a low severity. Did I? Oh, I selected everything. Okay, so that's a cool way. So it's policies, and the last one is templates, policy templates. So remember we chose a template, so same way, so you can find out how many policies are created based on how many templates. So link policy, new policy, popular app 1 and new sales app we just created using this one. Okay, you can again create a policy based on this. I'm not going to do it again. Okay, when you hit the plus sign, it gets created. So yes, so that is about the controls and alerts. Yep, it's resolved open. I don't have any alerts because nothing's been triggered. Okay, so you can filter using the status, and you can filter using the severity, apps, users, all these things. All right, so that is about the cloud app security. I hope you understood a little about it. So if you want to go even deeper, you can visit the Microsoft Docs. So we've come to the last one, which is the permissions. Okay, so to assign a permission for archiving, auditing, or retention, you can go to the Exchange Admin Center. All right, and if you want to assign permission for document deletion policy, you can go to Document Deletion Policy Center. All right, so let's try to create or probably add a role group, which I already did in the past. Okay, and discovery management. So you've got compliance management, and I would recommend you to go through each and everything. Okay, so this role will allow a specified user responsible for compliance, all these things, and the assigned roles are all these. Okay, and members, you get to see the member here. Obviously you have the global administrator, and managed by is the organization management, right? Scope is default. Discovery management, a role group can perform search of mailboxes in Exchange organization for data that meets specific criteria. Assigned roles is legal hold, a mailbox search, and I've added a member here, and same here. Help desk, same way. Assigned roles, reset password, user option, view only recipients. Okay, there's no member here, so I'm going to click on the pencil symbol, and I'm going to add a member. So this is how you add a member. Double click on it, click OK, click save. Okay, so this should trigger an alert. Let's wait for it. Let's keep this open. What was the last alert? Okay. All right. So help desk admins. Membership in this role is synchronized across services and managed centrally. This role group is not managed through Microsoft Exchange. And you can read through this, okay? I'm just going to go through everything real fast. Hygiene management, transport hygiene, view only configuration, view only recipients. It's got to do with the mail flow. Organization management, it's got a ton of assigned roles, audit logs, compliance admin, all of these things. And we've got the company administrator, the members, okay, and should be the global administrator. That's what the company administrator is. So recipient management, distribution groups, mail recipient creation, mail recipients, message tracking, migration, move mailboxes, recipient policies, reset password, team mailboxes, all of these. Records management, audit logs, journaling, message tracking, retention management, transport rules. These are the assigned roles. RIM mailboxes, this is for application impersonation. If you do not know that, you can Google it. It's pretty interesting. Okay, it's for the third-party application. Security administrator, got secure admin, sensitivity label administrator, security reader. Security reader is the role. Tenant admin. Okay, so this is pretty self-explanatory. Global admins, management, mailboxes, prompts, messaging, view only organization, view only configuration, view only recipients. Help desk administrators are members of this. All right, so it's that simple. So let's get back here, and this is for document deletion. It goes for the SharePoint. Got policy assignments for template, and you need to choose a template and put it in a policy and apply for site collections. I don't have a site collection already here. Sample my site. Okay, so yeah, probably I'll go over this on a different video. All right, I don't want to deviate too much, so taking a little while. Yeah, no site collection has been selected. You need to first choose a site collection, create one, choose one, and then go for it and assign the deletion policies. Okay, so I'm gonna close this. All right, so permissions, assign permissions to the organization so that they can perform task. Okay, so this is the okay, here you go. A low severity alert has been triggered. Let me click on that, and takes you directly to the mail. So what is this alert about? Bang on. A low severity alert has been triggered. Severity low, grant admin permissions. So what did I do? I granted admin permission. This alert is triggered whenever someone in your organization becomes an admin or gets a new admin permission. So we just did, right? Just provided someone with an admin rights. So when you click on view alerts, refresh 1 minute ago. What was this for? Elevation of exchange admin privilege. Last occurrence 1 minute ago. So when you want to go deep and find out what's happening, okay, this alert is triggered when someone in your organization becomes an exchange admin. So I just provided an admin privilege, so that's why it came up. Okay, so yep, and I should have gotten a mail. Okay, so here's the mail. We just read that, right? Okay, so let's get back to permissions. That was a classic example of an alert being triggered. So like I said, you've got a role group. You can create a role group, all right, and you can copy a role group from an existing one. So you can edit a role group name, description, assign roles. I've assigned 2 roles and I've provided membership. can delete it, or you can copy role group and create a new one based on that and choose the members differently, or you can do whatnot. Let me create a role group for you. Okay, I'm gonna click on create. Let me uncheck this, create testing. I'm gonna delete it. Okay, so name, description, and hit next. Choose roles. So you should have a lot of roles. Okay, it does not have any roles already existing, so that's why it shows 0. You can either search or you can hit add. So when you hit add, it's gonna show you a lot of other roles. Compliance administrator, let me check this role. Click add, and then so one is added. I'm gonna click on done and hit next. Choose members. I'm gonna choose a member, 0 members at the moment. I'm gonna choose everyone, add, got 4 members, and then click done, and then next, and then review your settings. Testing, role group name, description, selected roles, compliance administrator, and selected members. Go ahead and create a role group. It's gonna create one, and last modified shows you that. There you go. So similarly, you've got a lot of other role groups. E-discovery manager, you can come here and you can edit a role group and change the description, choose roles, edit, add some more roles or remove some more roles, customize it that way. And then the list is currently empty. Choose a manager, click on add, and choose one of the people here to manage this, and then click done, save. So you review it again. It's pretty simple and pretty interesting. So I think that's about the permission. I hope you liked it, and if you really like it, kindly subscribe for more content, so that boosts me to create more videos. And if you do not like it, and if you think that I've missed out something or I need to do something better, please feel free to leave it on the comment section so that I can improve. And see you soon on the next series, and I'd be covering most of these things, probably everything. Hope you liked it. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.